Welcome to Justice Case Files.
The court would grant your application for deferred adjudication. If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court can find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine.
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She has, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at a $1,500 fine. The state recommends deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it in both places?
Yes, I did.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 4 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 180 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
And in Exhibit 1 and attachments, Your Honor.
No
Any-
objection.
All right, state, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulations of testimony and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, I did.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence state's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing state's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I've spoken to the state about addressing the fine and community service. My client has a special needs client or a special needs child who's 7 years old, autism, nonverbal. And that takes up a significant amount of her time. She also has a 3-year-old who's in the Head Start program. And she owns a small business where she does baking. We would like any help we can have on the fine and community service, Your Honor, considering the demands of her time with her child.
All right. Why were you driving 80 miles per hour?
I wasn't driving.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, somebody, I mean, if somebody else is driving, because they're saying you were evading in a vehicle. So if you want a jury trial, we'll give you a jury trial.
Yeah, okay.
State? She says she wasn't driving. Part of evading arrest, detention in a vehicle is you're the driver.
Because
According to the police report, it states that she was driving.
Yes, Judge, we also have a dash cam video of it, of her getting out of the driver's seat.
All right.
so,
They say there's a dash cam video of you getting out of the driver's seat.
I was just a bit angry that night.
Then why are you pretending as though you were not driving?
I'm nervous.
No, nervousness doesn't make you be dishonest. You told me that you were not driving. And now the state says they have a dash cam video of you actually getting out of the driver's seat.
Mhm.
So why were you driving 80 miles per hour?
I was just on edge that night and I
Why?
was trying to get home.
Why?
Me and my boyfriend at the time were fighting.
And is this Eduardo Ramirez?
Yes.
All right. So what time of the night was this?
I don't really remember, to be honest with you. I really don't remember.
Was it dark outside?
It was. It was dark.
All right. Were your children in the vehicle with you?
No, ma'am.
So who was taking care of your children?
My parents.
All right. So Now we know. The real people who are taking care of the children are her parents. She's just still living her best life with her new boyfriend.
That's not true.
Okay.
Mm.
So you're evading 80 miles per hour in a vehicle.
Mm.
Your attorney says you have a special needs child because plus you have a young child, and you're out for a joyride with Eduardo Ramirez. And you're speeding going 80 miles per hour in a 40 mile per hour zone. So I think, counsel, she has time to do the community service because I think her parents are doing more than what's being presented to me. So do your parents babysit?
Sometimes, yes.
While you're running your bakery, where are you running your bakery from?
At home.
All right, that's your house, not their house?
It's their house.
All right, so her parents are doing the heavy lifting. All right, it's going to be a $1,500 fine. That's going to be probated. 4 years deferred adjudication. 180 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once she completes parenting classes, community service hours will be deemed satisfied. So, do you have all of your DBAs in order, or you're just baking from your home? And when people want a cake or...
No, it's registered with the county.
All right.
Mhm.
There's going to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. If you're drug tested today, what will the results be?
Negative.
There's going to be field visits 1 time per month for 6 months, defensive driving course. And there's to be no contact with Eduardo Ramirez.
The only issue with that is that as of now is her husband. I believe they're going through a divorce, but there might be the need for contact to resolve that divorce.
All right, no contact with Eduardo Ramirez. The only exception is for court.
That works.
Is there anything else?
Nothing further on.
Probation, is there anything else she needs?
No.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, I did.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Your children have to come first. Well, not always, because you would not have been going 80 miles per hour, whether you're upset with your boyfriend/husband or not, because anybody could have been killed. And police don't like when you're going 80 miles per hour and they tell you to pull over and you don't.
Mhm.
You could have just been another person on the news that's dead with your parents doing a GoFundMe for your children. You have to put your children first. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. 2024 CR 009696, State of Texas versus China, Renee Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state
Andrew Harris Edelman.
defense?
Renee Munoz.
And are you Miss Gonzalez?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review it with your client?
I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Counsel, is this an application for deferred?
It's an application for straight community supervision, Your Honor. I just didn't know how the court preferred it, so I just did both. That it was one.
All right, thank you. Did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to need to keep your voice up.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Gonzalez, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions? Off the record for a moment. Everyone, we are on the record. People need to whisper. And if you're behind the court reporter, you need to ask the deputy to move you. Do not talk behind the court reporter. All right, we're back on the record. Did you review the court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions with you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, everyone, I'm sorry, off the record for one moment. I need to speak with this pastor. All right, Ms. Gonzalez, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes,
All right, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams, as a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
yes, ma'am.
State, are you all waiving the repeater enhancement allegation?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, any objections?
No objection.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this agreement you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes,
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She has.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
In my opinion, she does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
That is correct.
Ms. Gonzalez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
no, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No,
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the prison. The state will take in consideration 2024 CR 009697, 2024 PF 17269, 2024 PF 17270, and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes,
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Judge.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years and there be a participation in Esperanza Court. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
Defendant Exhibit 1 and attachments, Your Honor.
No objection.
All right, state, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state would be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge, briefly. With regard to my clients, upon myself first meeting her and our first visits, I knew that there were some issues present.
No, she's in the yellow. She is pregnant at this time, and she is charged with drug offenses, which led me to believe that there might be issues with substance use disorder, Your Honor. I did also see prostitution in her criminal history, so I did take it upon myself to ask the court previously, which was granted, to have her referred for Esperanza Court. I know Esperanza Court does great work. I've worked with them some times in the past. And they have evaluated her, deemed that she does meet criteria. And in an email from Ms. Perez, Natalie Perez, the case manager, stating that if the court would consider granting her with the condition of Esperanza Court, that they are willing to accept her into that program, Judge. So I spoke with my client and explained the Esperanza Court's, the criteria that has to be met to get in and what would be expected of her if she is in the program. And she is willing to abide by that. She wants to change her life around, not only for herself, but for her unborn child and for children she has as well, Judge.
All right. How many children do you have?
I have 3.
And who are they with?
I gave up my daughter for adoption, and my son's with my stepfather, and then I'm pregnant right now.
All right. And who is this Antonio Pablo?
That
Burnett?
is my kid. That's my first kid's father.
All right. So I'm ordering no contact with Pablo Antonio Hernandez, and that's based upon what's in the police report. Take in consideration 2024 CR 009697, 2024 PF 17269, 2024 PF 17270. There will be a referral to Esperanza Court. She's to remain in custody until transferred. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. If not accepted into Esperanza Court, then I want her brought back to court. So she is only to be released to Esperanza Court. When's the last time you had employment?
I have my own lawn care business.
Right, everybody's doing lawn care. Yeah, let me just tell you, that's going to stop. You're going to have a business. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And when I say a business, if you're doing lawn care, you need to have a DBA and all of that. Otherwise, I'm not accepting that. You're going to have a job where you actually get a W-2 or whatever. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be proof of employment within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. CPS compliance. Is CPS back in your life? They probably will be, counsel. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month until further notice. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once parenting classes are completed, the restitution will be deemed satisfied.
That restitution, Judge, is that 200
200 community service hours restitution. There is to be 2 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 4 years. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
This the Esperanza program.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Judge Boyd quickly caught a major contradiction when the defendant denied driving, despite dashcam evidence showing her leaving the driver's seat after allegedly speeding 80 miles per hour in a 40 miles per hour zone. The judge challenged her explanation and imposed strict probation conditions, including community service and parenting classes. Her final message was clear: personal problems never justify putting children and others in danger. Thanks for watching.